Okay, my beautiful friends, here we are. You, me, all of us. We're together again at last, and I just love this part. Look here. So today is Monday, August 17th, 2020, and yet another record high for the NASDAQ. You are not surprised about this because I explained this to you starting last week that this week, beginning today, would more than likely be a record-setting week for the markets. Well, guess what? We just hit it. Yeah, yet again, the S&P 500 is not far behind. That's going to come in short order as well, people. Now let's talk a little more, you and me here. We all understand the mechanism. It's very, very simple. We are floating on oceans of debt. Now, I want to put a perspective on that real quick. Being that we all realize that the mechanism here could not be more simple. Oceans of debt are supporting the entire stock market. That's it. We are in a depression, period, the end. But that does not mean clearly that stocks are not going to hit record highs. Now, let's talk about President Obama real quick. President Obama, up till that point, was the best friend the Federal Reserve ever had. Subsequently, sadly, President Trump took the reins, did the polar opposite of what he said he would do as candidate Trump, and just adopted Obama's playbook. That has vaulted the U.S. debt here and deficits to new records. But if Biden were to win here, he would be the champion of them all. The champion of them all. He would make both Obama and Trump look like lightweights with regard to debt acquisition. Now, why am I focusing on this? As we understand, the market is floating on oceans of debt. The stock market is all giddy off of it. This is heroin injections directly into the market, and that's the way it's going to play out. So what we are going to see here is a multiple expansion cycle. What am I talking about? The multiples on which the stock market trades, and even individual stocks like a price to earning ratio, these are going to expand. They're going to balloon, all right, moving forward. Why? More debt. The promise of more debt. Period. The end. Again, the people don't matter here. We're going back to a feudal system. Middle class is almost gone now. You can expect higher taxes if Biden were to win. Keep your shirt on. I'm just talking about this from a market standpoint, okay? I know Trump is going to win. Definitely. There's no way Biden can win. But I'm just telling you how this can play out here. You understand? So from a market standpoint, the people are not going to do great if Biden wins. Absolutely not. But the market is going to, again, float on more oceans of debt, and you can expect a multiple expansion. So stocks, much higher. Gold, much higher. Silver, much higher. Cryptocurrencies, much higher. Speaking of cryptocurrencies, did you see cryptocurrencies today? We're talking about higher across the board yet again, and going much higher. There's no doubt about it. Same thing for gold and silver today. Taking off, and this is no surprise to you yet again. I did videos about this, talking about, skyrocketing gold, skyrocketing silver, skyrocketing cryptocurrencies just a few weeks ago, and that's exactly how this is playing out as the dollar continues to get destroyed. The Dixie is now under 92. 92. Speaking of the dollar index and the 10-year yield, if you go to my website, traderschoice.net, on the second page, very top, where there's a few charts there for you, Bitcoin, gold, silver. I have new things there for you. The dollar index, or the Dixie, and the 10-year yield. Please utilize these things. Watch these things, how they're playing out. Now let's talk about the 10-year yield here. The 10-year yield did come down today. We don't want to see that. Okay, we want to see the 10-year yield going up. All right, this is more bullish than it going down. You understand? The debt market's kind of a strange animal. When the 10-year yield drops, cash is going into the debt market. When the 10-year yield rises, cash is going out of the debt market. So to prop up the stock market, we want to see that number going up. It's fake. It's floating on oceans of debt. You know that. I just covered it for you. The dollar is a dying asset. The dollar is a dying asset here. Very simple. The Fed is going to issue in their new system. And it's a new dollar, 100% fiat, blockchain, and that's the way it's going to go here. A new method of control on an unprecedented scale. They're going to know every transaction that you do. Even if you were to, I don't know, private transactions will also be tracked because it's going to all be digital. No paper whatsoever. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. So anyway, that's where we are going. That's how this is going to play out moving forward. Massive debt expansion. Now let's say, again, I know Trump is going to win. For those of you that are getting triggered here, how to play this market is extremely, extremely, extremely simple. And my job here is to keep all of you on the right side of this market, whether you're trading it, whether you're stacking metals, whether you're holding cryptocurrencies, buying other assets, that's it. That's my job. That's what I'm doing here. All right. Now, as of now, the stock market is pricing in a Biden win. Trump can still win if he gives a big fat gift to Wall Street. Speaking about a gift, let's talk about a gift here real quick. So we found out several weeks ago the president brokered a deal between a French pharmaceutical company called Sanofi and Pfizer to produce vaccines. Sanofi got something like $2.1 billion, again, to produce vaccines. Well, today, Sanofi is buying another pharmaceutical company to the tune of like $3.7 billion. So you financed that deal. You did. How do you feel about that? You like the fact that you just financed or helped finance a French pharmaceutical company that was supposed to be making vaccines with the money we just gave them because they need it, and they just bought another company. Yeah, I posted links to this all over the place. People, this is what I'm talking about. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on the wrong side. Okay? It's corruption to the highest order. Do you believe that President Trump did not know that Sanofi was going to be buying this company and maybe they needed a few extra dollars here? Of course he did. And that's the way it plays out here. But again, right now, Wall Street is pricing in a Biden win, and stocks are going to continue higher, okay? This is making Wall Street giddy. Why? Like I said earlier, Biden will outspend Obama and Trump combined with regard to expanding the debt, and the stock market is floating on oceans of it, and you're going to get a multiple expansion at the same time. It's going to push stocks higher. So massive debt is coming. Like you have no idea, no matter who wins. But let's just play the market here. So if we're talking about a Biden win here, stocks are going to go up. Then it's going to be a sell the news moment, a big sell the news moment. You're going to see stocks fall. It's going to present an amazing buying opportunity. Okay, we're going to get in here. Now, if Trump wins, and I know he's going to win, for those of you that didn't get triggered here, you're going to see this. If Trump wins election day, stocks are going to plunge. But again, they're going to rebound. So another amazing opportunity. No matter what happens, no matter who wins, no matter what they want to throw at us, we will be on the right side of this. All right, understanding that the end game is more debt on an unprecedented scale, multiple expansion with regard to the stock market. So that's how it's going to play out. And that just makes your life and mine a lot easier. If we know the game, we know the game. Period, the end. We understand how it's being played. We are playing it better. Okay? Why? Because we know the game. Duh. It's that simple. Seriously. So how are we in the right spots right now? By being long this market, number one. Okay? Again, market's pricing in a Biden win here. Wall Street wants a Biden win because the debt will explode. Explode. Like I've been explaining to you for the longest time. The Fed's balance sheets are going to balloon. All right. No matter how you want to look at it, but they're going to explode higher under Biden. Period. I mean, you got to be brain dead not to understand that that's exactly how it's going to play out. Under Trump, we're still going to make money. It don't matter. I don't care who sits in the Oval Office. I told you, it could be a farm animal. It will not matter. It's the central banks running the show. So if we know the game, you're in the right spots with regard to gold, with regard to silver, with regard to cryptocurrency. And you think, oh, this has been a nice run that I called, that I told you would happen? You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. And I mean nothing. So look, like I said, I consider it my job to keep you on the right side of this market. And I will keep you on the right side of this market as long as you allow me to. As long as you don't, get so bent out of shape because you are so stuck in either this camp or that camp. If you're there, you're already a loser. And you will lose more because me and my lions, we're going to eat your lunch for you. Like you have no idea. We're going to eat your lunch for you. And so just stay out of our way. I can promise you that. Do not get in the way of me or my lions. You'll be in a lot of trouble. All right, with that said, look, I think this has been an important video. I've kind of put everything into a perspective for you. You understand where we are. Watch the dollar index. Again, I don't put these things on my website for myself. It's for you. So there's a link in the description of this video. Check all the stuff. Look, there is so much free stuff available for you on my website. It's insane. So if you're not taking advantage of my website and things on it, there's something wrong with you too. It's not for me. It's for you. All right, look, it's because I love all of you guys and girls. I really do. I'm not kidding. All right, I'm out of here. See you in the morning, and that's all.